Good day and welcome to another Double Rule episode. Sa video ito, we're going to have a brief review of the least square regression method, also known as the INABEX XE-EXABEX2. This method is useful for analyzing the cost behavior in management accounting. And before you proceed, subscribe ka muna and hit the bell to stay updated on our future videos. So what is the LSR method? It is a statistical technique that determines the line of best fit. Di ba when we are given a cost data, syempre may machine hours, then may kakibat siyang gastos. Yung machine hours, yun yung independent variable natin using the x-axis. And then yung cost naman natin, yun yung nasa y-axis. So sa Cartesian plane, pag ipinlat natin yung cost data, especially in real life scenario, hindi yan magfo-form ng straight line. More likely, ang magiging graph niyan is more of a scatter graph. Kalat-kalat yung mga points. And doon na papasok yung line fitting or the least square method, regression method, wherein we try to approximate or draw a line that best represents the movement of the cost along the plane. And yun nga, particularly, ang least square method is useful for segregating the variable and the fixed cost. So, to illustrate, we have here a problem. ABC company has the following overhead cost for the second quarter. Yun, so meron ditong month. We also have the machine hours as well as the respective cost. So, the question is, using the least square regression method, what would be the total cost if ABC daw is operating at 180 hours. So using the INABEX XE-EXABEX regression method, we have first to obtain the sum of four components. Summation ng x, summation of y, summation of xy, as well as the summation of the x squared. Tapos, pag na-obtain natin yung apat, kailangan lang natin siyang i-substitute dun sa dalawang equation and to apply a sort of algebra elimination or substitution method to finally obtain the fixed cost, which is A, and B, which is the variable cost per hour. So step 1 to 4, obtain the summation of xy as well as x squared. So yung machine hour natin, that is the independent variable x, we simply have to add them up. So 100, 200, 300, total 600. Tapos yung total cost natin, which is the y, we simply also have to add them up. Ang total niya is 1,725. Yan din yung xy, so times mo muna yung machine hour sa total cost. Then, yung pinaka-final figure is 395,000. Yung sum lang ng lahat ng x times y. And then lastly is summation ng x squared. So we first have to square the machine hour. Tapos yung mga 10,000, 40,000, and 90, yun pa yung pag-a-add din natin para makuha yung summation ng x squared, which is 140,000. So yun lang yung mahalagang components, yung apat, summation of x, summation of y, summation of xy, as well as summation of x squared. So after computing the four components, we can now substitute them in the least square regression equations, the INABEX XE-EXABEX2. So yung summation of y, which is 1,725, is equal to NA. Ano yung N? So N will pertain to the number of observations. As we can remember, dun sa problem natin, we have 3 months, April, May, and June. So, in that case, ang N natin is magiging 3. Kung halimbawang yung buwan doon is isang buong taon, so 12 yung N. So, yun lang, ganun lang yun. N equals 3. So, 3A plus the B times summation of X. Yung summation naman ng X is 600. So, we have 600B. So, moving on with the next equation, summation of XY, that is 395,000 is equal to summation of x times a, which is 600a, plus b times summation of x squared. So yung summation of x squared, 140,000 times b. And there you have it. We now have the set of equations to be able to solve fixed cost as well as the variable cost per hour. Yun, dito na papasok si paring algebra. To solve for A or B, we can use elimination or substitution method. Ang favorite kong gamitin dito is the elimination method kasi we simply have to multiply either of the equations. In this case kasi napansin natin na ang mababang figure dun sa pangalawang equation is 600. So tatapatan lang natin siya by multiplying the first equation, lahat ng terms, by negative 200. So that, pag tinimes natin siya ng negative 200, yung 3a magiging negative 600a. Diba the basic concept behind elimination method is you simply add them up, lahat ng like terms. No, what I mean is 395,000 minus 345,000 kasi nga tinimes na natin yung 1725 by negative 200. So by running down the figures, maka-cancel yung 600a, negative 600a, makakompute mo yung b, which is 2.5. And that serves as our variable cost per hour. Yun. So, and after computing for b, we can simply substitute it in either of the equations, yung b na 2.5. So in this case, 1725 equals 3a plus 600b. Palitan lang yung b ng 2.5, makakompute mo yung a at 75. And kahit yung gamitin natin na equation is yung other equation, yung mas matataas yung value, pares lang yun nalalabas. So yun na lang mas maliliit na value. And that serves as your fixed cost at 75. Going back at the original question, the question was, magkano daw ang cost ng ABC if operating at 180 hours? So, madali na yun kasi given na ang fixed cost 75 and then given na rin ang variable cost natin per hour, which is 2.5. The total cost is simply the fixed plus the variable cost. So, 75 plus yung variable na part. 2.5 times 180 hours. Our total cost will fall at 525 pesos. 525. So, yun yung total. What if you are not fond or ayaw mong gumamit ng mga elimination na yan, mga algebra na yan? Ano ang alternative mo? Well, luckily, meron namang alternative wherein hindi mo na kailangan mag-eliminate or mag-substitution method. Ito nga lang, hindi siya a na bex, x ab x. Dinerive yung formula para rectang b at a na lalabas. Tawagin na natin siya. Siya si next si XA, next to X2. And then for A naman, we have A bex N. Oh, di ba? Ang dali lang. Same procedure, we also have to compute yung apat na summation. And then we simply have to substitute. So yung B is equal to N times summation of XY, 3 times 395,000, less the product of the summation of X and the summation of Y. 600 times 1725. And then, we also have to substitute yun sa denominator natin. Ito lang, you have to take extra caution kasi next to x2. Yung first na x2, yun yung literal na summation ng x squared. Yung kasing pangalawa, summation ng x, 600 na in-square. So, yun lang yung parang red flag dun. But we have to consider. B would also be 2.5. And to solve for the fixed cost, we simply have to apply the same procedure. This is more on substitution. So, A is equal to A bex divided by N. Summation of Y is 1,725 less B times summation of X. So, 600 times yung na-compute mo na B kanina, which is 2.5. All over 3, the number of observations. As you can see, same lang din talaga siya with the A na bex, X ab x thing, 75. Kasi nga, ito ay dinerive lang from the A na bex, X ab x. It's more of a direct approach. And to sum up, here are the key points. So, we do not have to rush in the computation because marami siyang figures na kailangan i-compute. And the more that we rush, baka malito tayo sa pagsa-substitute. So, mali na yung lalabas. And if you are not fond of the elimination method or algebra, we can use the alternative equation for a more direct approach.